guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Renee. For anyone that is new, welcome to our channel. Today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys 7 reading tips, some reading inspiration for you guys. When I was younger, was not always an avid reader. I honestly could never find the motivation or inspiration to even finish a book, but now I love reading. Reading has definitely become a habit of mine, and I really don't feel comfortable if I'm not in the middle of a book. You know, it's just part of my life now. I'm a reader, and I just wanted to share some tips and tricks that you guys can use to become more of an avid reader and actually enjoy reading a little bit more. I read 30 books last year, which was like such an amazing thing for me. It brought so much into my life, whether that's just entertainment purposes or just life lessons. I truly believe that reading is so important. My goal for this year is another 30 books. I've already currently read 11 books, so I'm on the right track. Yeah, I really love reading, if you can't tell. If you guys are actually subscribers, and you probably already know, reading is my life. Like, I just love reading so much. So hopefully these 7 tips will help you guys enjoy reading as much as I do. I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into it. The first tip that I have for you guys is to schedule your reading into your routine. So if you aren't putting reading as a priority, you're never gonna do it. You're gonna end up just starting a book and then leaving it on your table for like weeks and weeks and months, and you're just never gonna pick it up again. So when you schedule it in your day and do it, whether that's once every other day, once a day. To me, I read twice a day. I read every single morning and every single night. I read my fiction book at night, and then I read my nonfiction book in the morning. That's just how it works for me. I find that if I read my nonfiction at night, I get too like motivated and I can't fall asleep. So reading fiction at night just works best for me. If I read fiction in the morning, I'll be too lazy and want to keep reading, and I'll never like get anything done. When you actually schedule it in your day, you're creating a habit out of it. Just like if you're eating healthy, you want to schedule your meals. If you want to work out, you schedule your workouts in. So the second tip that I have for you guys is audiobooks. So if you guys are super busy and you just don't have the time to actually read a physical book, you can always choose audiobooks. Listening to it during your commute time, during your workout, you know, during grocery shopping, you can pop in your AirPods or headphones and just listen to an audiobook. And this ensures that you're getting your reading done, but you're also getting something else productive done during your day. So you're kind of like knocking 2 birds out with 1 stone. The third tip that I have is to read what you are interested in. I used to be one of those people that like I would follow somebody and then they would send out like book requests, and I'm like, oh, I have to read that because everyone else is reading that. You know, like hop on the bandwagon because it's a trend, and I would find myself like not finishing books because I didn't like it. I'm also a perfectionist. I'm super like anal. I'm type A. Like once I start something, I really find it hard to not finish and follow through with it. I like literally will beat myself up over it. It's a really bad habit and bad mindset. I totally know that. But I would read books, and because I started, I would want to finish it, but then I would find that I would like take months to read a book just because I really hated what I was reading. I just was like being too strict on myself. Like I have to finish the book. Like if you don't like the book, you know, donate it or get rid of it. You can put a book down. You don't always have to finish it. Just because you start and you stop doesn't mean that you failed. Like that just means you know now what type of books you like and what you don't like. Now you know what to pick up the next time you go to the bookstore. So those are 2 things that have really helped me read more books, is that I don't beat myself up now when I put a book down. I actually just put a book down the other day, which was the book, what's it called? Breaking the Habit of Being You. I really found it like so hard to read through, and I was like halfway down with the book and I was just like, I can't do this. Like I really hate reading this book. And so I just put it down. I'm gonna donate it, and that's okay. And then like I said, don't follow the crowd. Like one of the books that I tried to read over and over because everyone else was reading it was Twilight when I was in high school. Like I just hated those books and I just never finished. Like, I never picked up another book because I was halfway done with the book, but I just like never finished it. So I don't know, it's just really important to find what you personally love reading. That could be like poems, that could be, you know, novels, crime, mystery books, nonfiction books, self-help books, whatever the case is. Find what you like, and it comes with trial and error. So like sometimes you may pick up a book that you absolutely hate, you know, and you just learned you don't like that style of book. The next time, find something else, and you'll enjoy reading more, and it won't feel as much of like a chore to do. Like when you find a book that you really like, you literally won't be able to put it down, and everything that you're doing, you're just like thinking about reading the book, you know? The fourth tip that I have is to break it down. If you find it hard to remember, to like put in your schedule, or you don't know like how often you should be reading, or you find yourself like reading too much where your day just literally becomes reading and you don't get anything done, it's really important to like break down your reading. So for me, I break it down by seasons. I give myself 8 books to read, 4 fiction, 4 nonfiction for every season. So like fall, winter, spring, summer, I have 8 different books. If I find that I've become a little bit too busy and I'm not on track with my reading, I will break it down. Like, okay, I want to finish this book by the end of the month. I'll break it down to say like, okay, how many more days do I have left of this month? How many more pages do I have left? Divide it by the number of days. This is how many pages I need to read in order to get it done by the end of the month. Another thing that you could do is break it down by chapters. You can say I'm going to read 1 chapter every single morning. It just like makes it less of a daunting task to read a book. This really helps when you're reading like textbooks for college. Like I used to like have pages that I'd have to read and I'd be like, oh my god, this seems like so much. But then I would break it down like that and I'm like, oh, that's not too bad. That's like literally 10 pages per day and then I'll get it done, you know? So it's like, it just seems less daunting when you are trying to read a book, especially like a super long book. So like I said, I do seasons and then I also do like months. So like every single month I want to typically get around 2 books done per month, 1 fiction, 1 nonfiction. That's just my personal goal. The 5th tip that I have is to create a reading space or a reading nook. Like find a cozy little spot where like when you go there, you just get in your zone and you get comfy and cozy. You know, you can throw on like a little fireplace or like one of those YouTube fireplace videos and like just get cozy. I personally love reading on my patio. Like I have a couch out there and it's just so nice because I'm on the water and it's just like I get really comfortable in being outside. I just really love it. It's just nice to kind of create a little nook for yourself. That could be the library, that could be a coffee shop. You can go out and find like a bench by a park or something. Like whatever the case is, find your spot, and when you're in that spot you'll appreciate reading more because you're comfortable and you're cozy and it's just like a treat more than like a task that you have to do. The 6th thing that I have is to remember that reading is an investment in yourself. So investment time wise, I feel like when I read I gain so much knowledge, especially with my nonfiction books. It's just an investment to myself, and when I'm reading my fiction books it's more of like a self-care thing for me, and it's like relaxing, gets my mind off of like situations that I'm dealing with or like anything that is going on in my life. I like to just like kind of relax and read. When I purchase books, I know that I'm purchasing them as an investment to myself. They are giving me some sort of value. I totally understand not being able to afford books. When I was in college, I literally was so broke I couldn't even buy like just a simple book. I would go to the local library and I would put myself on a waiting list for all the books that I wanted. You don't always have to buy books. You can go to your local library and find the books, and if they don't have what you're looking for, I'm sure there's like some sort of wait list for the books that you do want, which again is worth it because you're putting value in yourself and you're investing in yourself. So that could be time, like that could be waiting to get on the list of the book that you really want to read. It's worth the time and energy to go to your local library and put yourself on the wait list and wait however many weeks it is to wait for that book, because you're investing in yourself. You're not investing your money, but you're investing your time. There's a thing called Little Local Library or Little Library or something like that, where they literally put up library like little boxes. People donate their books and you can take books for free. It's really important, I believe, to like, if you take one, put one back, or if you take one and you read it, put it back when you're done, and donate any of your books to the Little Local Library. I'll leave a link down below where you can see if you have one in your area. I just think it's really an amazing thing. I actually just found one in my mom's new neighborhood and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna donate all my books here. I'm so excited. And they had like all the Hunger Games series. They had like Stephen King books. They had James Patterson books and just like really good books in there, and I was like super surprised and I was like, yes, we need more of these like in life. That way, I don't know, it's like a community, you know? I just really think if you can't read because you don't have money to get books, that's like not really an excuse to me. You can find ways to either get them super cheap or find them for free. I'm sure you have a library in your area that you can find the books. I remember this one book that I wanted so badly. It was like brand new. I think it was like the Chelsea Handler book when I was in college. I think that was it. The waiting list was like a couple months and I was like, oh god, but I put my name on the waiting list as soon as I could, and I waited and I read it and I got what I needed from it. You know, so it's an investment to yourself, whether that's the time that you're spending trying to get the book and trying to figure out where it is, or going through your local library, or even just like purchasing the books in the first place. And the last and final tip that I have for you guys is to become involved in your reading. I think it's really easier to read and more enjoyable to read when you're reading with somebody else. So I personally have a Goodreads account, which is basically where I track my reading. You can see what I'm currently reading, you can create goals for yourself, you can add friends and talk and read reviews of different people, and it's so much fun for me to, like, once I finish a book, first of all, write the review, see and track how many books I've read for the year and track my reading, and also see like all of your guys' comments and likes and read through the reviews of people who have already read the book. It's just like such a community, and it makes it more fun for me to finish the book because I'm like, oh my god, that was so good. Now I can go read the reviews and talk to people about how good it was. So I'll leave my Goodreads down below. If you guys have a Goodreads, definitely add me. I love you guys like responding and stuff like that and giving me book recommendations. It's just really fun. Also, what you could do is like maybe join a book club, which is kind of the same thing but like more like face-to-face. I have book club videos. I share with you guys what I'm reading for every single season. The summer reading list will be out next month. And it's just fun, again, to like talk to everyone and get book recommendations and talk about the people who have already read the books or are reading them with me. A lot of you guys DM me on Instagram, like when I'm posting about books. Like I literally post about my books all the time, and when you guys DM me that you're reading it, it's just like so fun, and I feel like I'm a part of something, and I'm like, we've created this like group and book club, if you will, so it's just really fun in that sense. You can find a book club in your area, or find a friend that even like likes reading with you that will read the same book as you. That's always really fun because you guys can talk about it and like create like a bond, you know. Another thing that I personally really like to do, if you guys know anything about me, is reading books that are turned into movies or TV shows, because again, people talk about movies and TV shows more than they do books. So like when you're reading a book and you see it kind of transformed into this like insane movie is so fun, whether that's a good movie or they completely failed at it. It's just so much fun to see it transform like that and hear everyone's opinions about it and talk about it, you know. Like getting involved like that will really spark inspiration and motivation to read because you're involved in it, not in the sense of just you and the book, but like with a community as well, and it makes it more enjoyable. That is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys got some reading inspiration from it. Again, don't forget to add me on Goodreads. I'll leave it linked down below. Also, don't forget to check out my summer reading list, which will be coming next month. You guys gave me some really good recommendations, and some of the recommendations I got, I did add to my list. I'm so excited to show you guys what I'll be reading for summer. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in a future video. Bye guys!